Good day! Here are the stories for the Manila Times for Saturday, April 2, 2022. President Rodrigo Duterte said he will discuss with Chinese President Xi Jinping his concerns over the conflict in Ukraine spilling over into Asia and dragging the Philippines into the vortex of the war. In a speech in Lapu-Lapu City in Cebu on Thursday, Duterte revealed he and Xi are scheduled to have a meeting on April 8. He did not specify if the meeting was to be face-to-face or by phone. Russian forces invaded Ukraine with a little more than a month ago, and there were fears that the war could escalate into a global confrontation of superpowers if Russian President Vladimir Putin decides to use nuclear weapons to subdue stiff Ukrainian resistance. Agriculture Secretary William Dar on Friday said his department will never tolerate any act of corruption and is investigating the alleged involvement of its officials in the unabated large-scale smuggling of agricultural products. In a message to the Manila Times, Dar said the Department of Agriculture is trying to ferret out the officials linked to smuggling and is requesting individuals or companies with pertinent information to come forward and stand up. The Department of Health is lukewarm to the proposal to redefine fully vaccinated individuals against COVID-19 to include those who had been given a booster dose. Health Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergara said changing the definition could cause confusion since there are still Filipinos who have not been vaccinated for COVID-19. Vergara instead proposed new terminologies to indicate that an individual has received the primary series with a corresponding booster dose. For the very first time, 52 books by Filipino authors, illustrators, and publishers will be showcased by the National Book Development Board in this year's London Book Fair, recognized as one of the largest book publishing trade fairs in the world. The fair will be held from April 5 to 7 in Olympia at Kensington in London. The NBDB said Filipino legends and folklore in the form of graphic novels, young adult and children's literature, and contemporary fiction will take center stage. Attending the fair will be NBDB Executive Director Charis Aquino Tugade, NBDB Project Lead of the National Book Database Kevin Ansel D, and Comiket founder Paulo Heras. They will engage with publishers and literary agents. The two new proposed number coding schemes of the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority are to be implemented after the May elections. The MMDA is pertaining to the odd-even scheme and the modified number coding scheme. In a press briefing on Friday, MMDA General Manager Undersecretary Frisco San Juan Jr. said discussions are being pursued in cooperation with the public and private transport sectors and other concerned agencies to determine which of the two schemes will be formally implemented. Topping business, MUFG Bank Limited has raised its economic growth outlook for the Philippines this year to account for rising consumer spending and looser foreign investment loss. In a report, MUFG expects that stronger economic growth in 2022, with their forecast revised higher to 6.5% from 6% prior, as higher vaccination rates and easing of mobility restrictions spur private consumption and the relaxation of decades-old foreign direct investment rules increase private investments. The forecast is lower than the Interagency Development Budget Coordination Committee's 7 to 9% target for this year, but higher than the actual 5.6% uptick in 2021. Over to sports, rivals Ateneo de Manila University and De La Salle University collide in the University Athletic Association of the Philippines Season 84 men's basketball tournament at the Mall of Asia Arena today. Both spotless after 3 games in the elimination round, the Blue Eagles and the Green Archers will dispute the solo leadership and the bragging rights of adding a victory in their storied matchup. Head-on, the Blue Eagles is leading their UAAP duel with the Green Archers at 52-37. Ateneo also has a 5-game winning streak against La Salle entering Saturday's game. Game time is at 7 p.m. Antonio Contreras and Dian Macabenta are today's front-page columnists. Contreras laments the betrayal of vocation in the teaching profession, while Macabenta discusses the so-called unit team's coattails to victory. Today's editorial calls on the government to address water shortages before it becomes a crisis. Read a full version on the paper's opinion section or listen to the Voice of the Times. For more news and information, get a copy of the Manila Times on print, subscribe to its digital edition, or log on to www.manilatimes.net. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, and keep up with the Times. On behalf of the Manila Times, this is Arik John Sequo reporting. Have a safe weekend ahead.